Lanjutin. Straight into qualifying. Need more cameras over here. Oh, disconnected? Okay. I'm so much trouble with this game disconnecting me all the time. What happened? Let's see, where were we? We changed some. Oh yeah, the little camber in the rear. It was negative, or this positive 3, so we added negative 3 and closer to 0. Keep the tires flat on the corner. That's the goal. Went positive for a second there in the rear. I could use a little more. I could use a little more actually. Yeah, we're positive 2 on the rear. So we need to make it negative 2 more. This sucker's gonna be dialed. I doubt anybody else is in the game doing this right now before race. Doubt it. What's it doing? Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. There we go. That should be pretty freaking good. Oh god, these minis are so slow. Until it made this game for an Xbox. Looks like crap on PC. No. It's better. That's on the money. The back is perfect now. Gotta double check the front. Yep, that's good. Getting the camera right helps it make these turns without having to slide the car around. Alright, 133 qualifying lap puts us in 4th currently. Game name. This is Forza Motorsport. I'm playing on PC. Welcome to the chat here. Welcome to the stream. We're streaming on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch currently. So if you want to see it in the highest resolution, YouTube's where you want to be. If you're on a phone, it won't matter which way you're viewing it. It's gonna look good on all of them. Twitch, I stream at 720p, 60 frames, and YouTube 1440p, 60 frames. So if you got a large monitor, it's gonna look best there. Hello, welcome Henry. See some people coming in on TikTok. We've just adjusted the rear camber to fine tune it for this track. I do my own tuning on the car so I can get it exactly right. GPU usage is only 67%, so I think we're going to turn up the resolution even higher. It's only putting out 310 watts. This video card will do 374. So it's not breaking a sweat right now. Getting 144 frames, which is, the game is capped there. Race is about to start, so better make that video change real quick. We're just gonna add a lot more resolution to it. So yeah, 3440 by 1440p. 3440 is ultra wide, and we're gonna add resolution on top of that to make it look amazing. Let's do 200%. That's the max, and we got everything else on the ultra. 16 times. Okay, I think we got our changes in. So now GPU usage is 97 to 99%. So should look a lot sharper. Hi Layla, welcome. So we got some people popping in on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. Race is starting in a few seconds here. Double check our fuel. We got too much fuel. I like to have a couple. We're running 13 laps. I want to have a couple extra laps of fuel, just in case we do a donut, spin out, have to burn up some extra fuel. And we're running a 1969 Lola. Just a car. This is it. A T70 Mark IIIB. And if anybody wants to race with me that has Forza, it has cross-play for PC. I'm on PC, but you can use an Xbox as well. Just add Mellonpopr7067. And once I get your friend invite, I can invite you to the race. I got a group of about 100 people that race clean very clean. We don't we don't touch each other's cars, basically. We allow passing and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so sometimes I send the invites between races and we get a whole lot of clean racers in the lobby. It's much more enjoyable when you have people in there that aren't out to run you off the road. It's loading. Somebody's got their mic open. That's not me. Mouth breathing. There we go. Yeah, it looks super sharp now. There's the Lola. Got an American flag on the front, and I got my company logo on the side. There it is. I'm gonna part throttle out of the launch, keep it from trying to spin and getting into traction control too bad. Cold tires. It's hard to keep the tires warm on this track in particular. You have to really push it and keep the tires scrubbing or they just stay cold. Got some wrecking already. Yeah, people like that. Golly. They're not bad drivers. They're lazy. They will use you to turn instead of their tires. They're currently in 7th place. I don't want to get too close. Eighth place. It's going to be a little wild at the beginning because everybody's all bunched up, but we'll pick up this pace once the traffic thins out. Just taking it easy right now while the tires are cold. And that guy was gonna ram me. The game ghosted him because he was gonna ram, so he just picked up a nice fat penalty for that crap. Got some dirty drivers in this lobby. Back up to 7th place. Trying to carry more speed through here now. Hey, what's going on, Thor? How you doing, bud? Probably should watch the road. Alright, that puts us in 6th place. We're up 2 seconds over the previous lap. What's new, Thor? How you been? About 3.7 seconds over the previous lap, so picking up the pace little by little. Get some heat in the tires helps. About to leave. Oh, heading to work. Alright. I'm got a little bit more rest today, so didn't stream a whole lot this morning. Or at this morning, not at the stream. I think I finally ended the stream yesterday about, I don't know, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Talking to the UK people that were waking up, you know. And some Europeans too, I'm sure. Lord knows the Americans were asleep. cars aren't in my class. These guys with the green over their car. They're doing a good job of blocking me. See if we can get past them here. Draft on him a little bit. Put the angle of the wing all the way up so we have a lot of grip. Not as much top end. There's not a whole lot of super long straightaways in this track. It's mostly turn and burn. So we're going with downforce. Keep some traction on those. Keep some weight on the rear tires in particular. Whole lot left spinning out. Let's set up like this. Hello, welcome to the stream. I see some people on TikTok coming through as well. Oh, you didn't see me this morning? Yeah, I think I ended about 2 a.m. or something. I think you'd already gone to sleep. I got up earlier, but I didn't stream. I just ate some breakfast and then I went back to bed and got some more rest. I'm so sleep deprived this week, you know. So I'm actually just getting up for the day. It's like 2 in the afternoon. So we'll be streaming all night, I'm sure. And just a reminder that those that are new to the stream, we do stream on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube simultaneously, so whatever platform you like. We appreciate the thumbs ups, the follows, the subscribes. Helps with the algorithm, helps more people find me. And those that want to race with me, they just need to add, you can see my Xbox name. I'm on PC, but it's just an Xbox game, basically. See my name in the upper left, it says Mellonpopr7067. Just to add that to your Xbox app, I'll accept your friend request and invite you to the race. Holding steady in 6th place. That's 5th place in front of us there, about a quarter mile up. Or 1/8 mile. Not that far away. Gaining on him a little bit. Some cars are better in some parts of the track than others. Uh-oh. We got the tires too hot. 7th place. Here comes 8th place behind me. Looks like I need to lower the resolution just a hair. Saw the frame rate get a little choppy there. A little bit of stutter. I've long felt like, for some reason, Brands Hatch, this track is the slipperiest track there is. Because you get a car dialed in, you come off the track, go to Brands Hatch, and you're like, what the hell? Spinning out, slipping around. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't have much rubber down. After, when there's about 6 or 8 minutes left in the race, there's 11 right now, but when there's 6 or 8 minutes left in the race, there's significantly more traction, even though the tires are wearing out. Because all these cars going around are putting down a little bit of rubber every lap. That helps with the grip tremendously. But you have to stay in the dark areas of the track where the rubber is. Especially late race whenever your tires are getting worn out. We're up 1/10 of a second over our best lap. Just be a little more cautious through that slippery. That turn back there is a bad one, and this one up here is a bad one. You can spin out right here real easy. If you go full power through here, a lot of times it'll keep trying to rotate. Back to running in 6th place. I guess somebody pitted or wrecked. Usually about midway through the race where we are now. The people who run the soft sticky tires, their tires are wearing out now, so they have to pit. We're running sport tires. It's a harder surface tire, so it doesn't have as much grip, but it'll last through the whole race. I feel like when you pit, you lost the race. Got one behind me about 500 feet. We're up 0.04 of a second. About half of a tenth of a second. Basically on par with our best lap so far, so we're doing good. Just try to stay consistent. Try to stay on the track. We're running traction control today, and we got the wing at with the most downforce on it for the super slippery track, and we've got ABS turned off, so the brakes will lock up if I go crazy, and I have to be careful. Getting out of the rubber. I set the camera to be more aggressive in the rear end today, so it should turn a little easier. Some of these corners have no bank to them at all, like this one. It's just about perfectly flat. Very greasy feeling. No bank on that one. Now this turn here is banked nicely, so you can kind of zoom through here pretty good, considering how sharp it is. Still running in 6th place. Only 6 minutes left. The guy in front of me is about a quarter mile ahead, so he's several turns ahead. And the one behind me is about 800 or 900 feet behind. So we're kind of between the cars right now. Already had 116 people come through on TikTok, and we've only been streaming 30 minutes. There's a lot of people scrolling. Welcome, TikTok people. My mantra is smooth as fast, so we just try to use a minimal steering to keep the tires on the road. Rolling into the throttle, rolling into the brake. Doing everything we can from shocking the tires. Smooth as fast. Yeah, the guy behind me is 3,300 feet behind now, so he's about a half a mile behind. We're up about almost half a second off our best lap, so I think we got more rubber on the road now. Only 5 minutes left in the race, so there's a lot more rubber on the track than there was initially. We're up 7/10 now, almost a part of a second. Trying to carry more speed through the corners now. We got some more traction. I think I need to lower the resolution just a tick. Notice it's hitting 130 frames and it's capped at 144, so got the resolution turned up a little too high. I can see the background kind of jittering or stuttering when I make sharp turns. A little distracting. I'd rather it be a little bit more fluid. Turn in sharps. I want to stay in the rubber. We're in a super fast lobby, I can tell lately. Yesterday I made it to S-Class safety. S safety is the highest safety rating, meaning you're not running people off the road and all that crap. And then our skill level, the max I believe is 49.99 or 5,000, but I've never seen anybody go over 49.99. And I think we're a 49.20 or 49.10 or something like that. So these lobbies are going to be filled with the fastest racers possible. And I can tell. Normally I'm catching everybody, and today I'm not. So I think they bumped it up a tier today. Usually have a couple fast cars, now we got 5 or 6 fast cars. Really fast ones. Our split time looks good. We're on pace with our best lap still. 50 seconds left. Guy in front's 900 feet. So we're actually catching him a little bit, but it would take several more laps to fully reel him in. Yeah, he's taking off now. He's probably on this straightaway. Split time's perfect. We're right on par with our very best lap, so we're doing all we can. This is just all the cars got. Thing about Forza, some cars are absolutely faster than others, and then you have driver ability as well, so this is not the fastest car, but it's a lot of fun and I think it sounds good. There we go. 6th place. Not bad. First race of the day. Hello, see some people coming through on TikTok. 136 people come through so far. It's a bunch. And we got people on YouTube and Twitch streaming all 3 right now. Chunk. Good race, Chunk. Oregon. Psycho Bonnie. Seen Psycho Bonnie before. They're on a team. They're fast, obviously. And we got a rule set bonus because we don't use the driving line. We don't have stability control. None of that baloney. Hey, Carlos. My stream's going pretty good today. What are you up to today? So it's going to be Watkins Glen. Let's see. We did a 129 with a 4. So yeah, these guys were all just a little bit faster each lap. So we did good. And we got 6th place, so we beat quite a few people. Happy with that. Trying to beat the Dark Ages, the Doom. I love the soundtrack in Doom. They always have such a good one. I can't remember. There's a game that's coming out, and I think they're letting 9 Inch Nails do the soundtrack. Oh, it's not a game. It's the new Tron movie. I think there's another Tron movie coming out. I grew up with Tron in the 80s, original Tron. And then they had a Tron sometime around 2000 something. And that one had Daft Punk do the soundtrack, and it was amazing. And this one's going to be 9 Inch Nails, which, if you grew up in the 90s, they were pretty awesome back then. Kind of an industrial rock and roll, industrial punk rock. I don't know. It's what genre. 9 Inch Nails were their own thing, pretty much. I'm going to reduce the resolution just a tick because I'm not hitting my max resolution frame rate. Should look about the same, and then get a little better frame rate because it was kind of stuttering a little bit, I thought. Yeah, Eternal soundtrack is just perfect. Is the Dark Ages one pretty good too? Yeah, I always play on high settings for the sake of the stream. Yeah, in my recordings, because I want everything to be future proofed. I want people to, because sometimes I'll look at my analytics on YouTube, and there's a lot of people that I'll see them look at the first video on my thing, and then I can tell they sorted it by popular, and I'll see them. I can see that they've watched a bunch of different ones, and some of them are old videos, but because I upload them in 2K and then upscale them to 4K, a lot of my old videos still they don't look dated. And you go to some other people's YouTuber stuff and like, oh, they are always streaming in 720p and low quality detail, and it just looks muddy. And you get a nice big monitor. So I like my stuff to be as sharp and crisp as possible. I'll sacrifice some frame rate for that, but not all of it. So I'm looking at my GPU usage. Now we're under 100%, we're at 90%. And that'll go up when there's more cars on the screen, obviously. We got a few minutes before this race starts. We'll check the camber. Make sure we're good for the corners on this one because they're banked different than the Brands Hatch, I'm sure. Looked pretty good on the front. It stayed negative. I don't want them to go positive on the corners. So I'm looking at the front right. Now these are banked so much you don't need much camber, but it's the hairpins where you really need it. If I get this right, I think I can come through here and hit the brakes at the 200 mark. Yesterday I was hitting it at the 300 or 400 mark. And around here, if we get it right, we should be able to do about 100 miles an hour. Yeah, GPU's at 95%, 97%, so I want to keep that GPU usage just under 100%, and that should make the frame rate look nice and fluid, and also help because the video card's not only rendering the game, it's encoding the video and streaming it, so it's got a lot on its plate. You got Doom Eternal in Ultra Nightmare. Well, this Ultra Nightmare is the not the quality of the video, right? That's the mode of the game, meaning you're gonna have all kinds of shit on the screen, right? Linux told me I need to overclock the CPU when you have 32 cores. What do you got, a 5950X or something? 16 core CPU? 16 real cores, and then you got 16 more that are virtual cores or hyper threaded, right? Ultra Nightmare is the highest setting in GPU. Yeah, that's really freaking high, dude. 5950X. So you could pull up Task Manager, just hit Control-Alt-Delete while you're in the game, and hit Task Manager and see what your CPU usage is. I would say if it's like, you know, way above 70, 80, 90%, then it's being taxed too hard. But that particular CPU, you know, I had the same one. In fact, I'm selling it. It's in the other computer. I'm going to part it out. That CPU is really good, but it doesn't overclock well. AMD doesn't leave much headroom for overclocking. I know you could go into the BIOS and overclock all the cores and make them stay the same speed all the time, and that might help you slightly. But the AMD CPUs are really good about bumping up the frequency as high as they can, as close as they can to the thermal limit. So if the CPU is staying well under 100%, you're good on CPU. Don't worry about that. Overclock, it's not going to do anything. But if your GPU is staying at 100% all the time, I would back the resolution down. Not the resolution, but the details. Find something in the video settings that you can sacrifice and get that frame rate up a little bit better and less GPU usage. It's okay to run at 100% GPU if you're not streaming though. $40 or $50 at maximum? That's awful low. What GPU is that? That doesn't sound right to me. I can't imagine playing that game and only using half the GPU with it at the highest video settings. 9700, okay. You got the same GPU I have. Even so, that sounds awfully low. What kind of frame rate are you getting when there's a lot of action? $300, yeah, so it's not breaking a sweat. And your monitor refresh rate, what do you got that set to? 240 hertz. So yeah, I would make sure you got V-Sync turned off. You don't want that. I would use FreeSync or whatever NVIDIA's technology is. In our case, we use that FreeSync on the AMDs. If it has V-Sync, at V as in Victor, turn that off. So that's trying to synchronize your frame rate to your monitor refresh rate instead of letting it just run. FSR3, yeah. FSR, yeah. Are you using any frame generation? Like I use frame gen on this because they cap it at 60 frames on PC because it's ported from Xbox clearly. But I use this AMD Fluid Motion frames, enable that, and it'll have a green checkbox whenever you have that set correctly. You may not be able to see it right now because I got the not doing a desktop capture, doing a game capture. It looks like the race is about to start. Make sure we got our fuel correct. Yeah, it feels good. It says we can run a 151 lap. I did a 155, so we got some work to do, but you know, I'm doing computer technical support while I'm doing laps, so. How many people you know can do that? And make a killer lap. Yeah, if you're getting 300 frames, you're above your 240, the monitor can display anyway, so there's no point in turning on frame gen. You might get 600 frames per second, but... What issue? You say, are you having stuttering? You shouldn't be having any stuttering if your CPU and GPU is not max and you're getting 300 frames. What kind of hard drive are you running on? Because if you have disk activity, hard drive activity going on in the background, like a recording or a file moving, there's a brand new driver that just came out for our video cards. You can't get it through the Adrenaline software. Okay, so you got a plenty. Yeah, that's plenty fast. So that shouldn't be the issue unless you got something in Windows in the background that's running. You could pull up Task Manager and sort it by hard drive. Disk activities, you know, click on your CD, whatever drives you got, and look at the disk activity. If you see a lot of disk activity, you need to figure out what's running that's doing that. That'll make it stutter. Yeah, that's plenty fast. As long as it's a M.2 or SSD and not a old school hard drive, you're fine. We got some dude in the fastest car in the whole game in front of me. Tires are still a little cold. I gotta take it easy. I don't know why that guy's easing over. That car up there ahead with the huge wing on the back, that is the quintessential meta car. The fastest car in the whole game. I'm in the Forza Insiders program and we've been beta testing the next patch that's coming out, and they're saying they're going to do some balance changes to the cars, so maybe those meta cars won't be so meta going forward, because it pisses people off. They're tired of seeing the same guy win all the time just because they choose the fastest car. The fastest drivers in my group can get beat by an average guy in that car, the meta car, by 4 seconds a lap. And you can see he's just walking away, and I've been driving pretty good. They're just should be in a class of their own, I think, or they need to be nerfed a little bit, I think. The only way you're going to beat those cars if they are a lousy driver and you're a fantastic driver. So we're in second place. We're doing pretty good here. We got a guy, it's about 300 feet back. We haven't been able to go full throttle through here yet. It's been traffic and cold tires, so this guy's slowing me down quite a bit. See if we can get around him. We're up about 7/10 from the previous lap. Let's come through here in second, nice and tidy. I want to keep it around 100 miles an hour around this corner. Go ahead and click it into second. We're up 8/10 over our previous best. Try not to mess up their race. It's a different class. I hit these apexes. May have started that turn too early. Sometimes you're better off hitting the end of the apex instead of the actual apex. On the back side of it, more like that. Basically trying to straighten out these turns so you do as little turning as possible. Alright, we're not going to lift. Just a scratch. We're up 1.67 over our best. Down to second. Back on the throttle. Get over 100 if we can. A little late on the shift, but we're up 2.1 seconds over our best. Just trying to stay on the rubber. Up 2.5. We're on a good clip here. Trying to use all of the track. Got one behind me, about 300 feet, so any mistakes he'll be passing us, so just try to be smooth and consistent. Is that a Viper? I think it's a Viper. 2.8 seconds faster than our best lap that time. Coming up on the halfway mark of the race. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. The guys with the soft tires are going to be wearing out pretty soon, in the next 4 minutes or so. I think we'll keep it third here this time. See if we can exit with more speed, potentially. One less shift. Yeah, that's nice. Car feels different. I'm added quite a bit more camber to the rear, so I think it's helping it turn. One behind me's falling behind a little bit. Give us a little breathing room for mistakes. Up 1.3 seconds over our best lap. That's a 149. That's a good lap, I think. Lifting just a hair there. Later in the race, there'll be more rubber on the track, and despite the tires being more worn, it'll actually have better grip as long as we stay in the rubber. Trying to hold more speed through there. Had to go a little wider. Pulling away from third place. First place is in the meta car, the absolute fastest car you can buy in the game, so we aren't catching him unless he has to pit or does something to wreck. That's just the way it is in Forza. To beat a chaparral, you have to drive a chaparral. Starting to feel the first signs of tire wear. Drifting a little wider each time now. So trying to hug the inside and be more aggressive with the wheel. Things work pretty good. We're 1/10 slower than our best. That's not much, so we're making a pretty good clip here. Coming in a little too hot. Good exit speed. Try to get closer to the inside where the rubber is. I think we got the tune perfected. It is driving really nice. You can feel the rear of the car rotating nicely on its own. If you don't have the camber right in the rear, you're kind of dragging the tires around. If you get it correct, it just rolls around nice and smooth. I think it saves the tires quite a bit. Trying to get them as level as possible to the corner. We're up 1/10 over our best, so I think the rubber's starting to come up on the track. It's improving, I should say. Yeah, that's flat out through there that time. Definitely a little stickier. Usually after the half the race is over, the rubber gets better. Noticeably better anyway. See if we can pick up the pace. Exactly on pace with our best lap. We're doing good. Up 2/10. A little bit of traffic up here. Looks like a C5 vet. The old C5s had a great motor, the LS1 back then. They could have come factory with 150 shot of nitrous and last for years. Everybody on the street back then when we were racing on the street, everybody had 150 shot. Some people had a set 175. Some had, one guy had a 200 shot of nitrous on a stock LS1 motor. So take an engine that makes 300 horsepower and you add a 200 shot of nitrous, well, you got a 500 horsepower car. And tons of torque. He would leave the line with slicks on it on the street and almost pull the wheels. Super fast. Okay, we put a lot of distance between us and third. They're a mile behind now. The guy in first place is a mile ahead, so that shows you the difference in the cars. He slowed us down quite a bit, but we're still 5,000 feet ahead of the guys behind me, so we're fine. I could pit and change cars and come out in front of them still. Yeah, we lost 5 seconds on that lap, 4.5, just from getting behind that guy for a little while. Makes a big difference. But I like the multi-class. It's just you see a lot of different cars, and just makes it interesting. Now we're up 0.23 tenths over our best. Up a half a second. Almost up a full second over our best. New best lap, 149. I think we've done several 149s. That should be pretty good for this car. Pulling wide. A little wide. That's what happens when you get out of the rubber a little bit. As the tires wear, you got to start your turn in a little bit sooner because it's going to drift out. And if it does, you'll get out and out of the groove. One minute left. We should be able to get a podium finish, second place. So the guy in the car in front of me, despite my best efforts, has put 8,000 feet on me. He's damn near going to lap me. 5,000 feet is about a mile. He's 7,300 feet ahead. It's crazy. This shows the difference in the cars. A good driver in the best car in the game. That's what happens. But in the Forza community, he won't get any respect. People are just like, eh, you got the fastest car in the game, whatever. Most people don't even compare themselves to him for that reason. Good race. Hello, Mary. See some people coming in on Twitch, TikTok rather. Got 150 come through so far. Yeah, 36. Yeah, that car's ridiculous. It's got no roof and a huge park bench for a wing on top, so you can't compete with that thing. That's a whole different animal. It's like bringing an F1 car to a bicycle race. No top, super light car. Those cars usually do super good. Lots of credits. Jello. Let's see, our best lap was a 149. Yeah, that holds true. This car usually, the best drivers in the game, in the race, usually get beat by this car no matter what, by about 4 seconds per lap. That almost always holds true. It's just that much better. It's faster in the straights, it's faster in the corners, it brakes better. It's just a better car. But I think it's ugly as shit, so I don't like to drive it. That's just me. Hey Alejandro, welcome. Playing Forza. Got some people on YouTube. Hello YouTube people, welcome. And some people on Twitch, welcome. We're running S-Class. That's the fastest class there is in the open multi-class races. I think it's more exciting than the slow cars. More challenging for sure. And we're driving a 1969 Lola. They were built in the UK in the 60s, and that's what you bought if you couldn't afford an AC Shelby Cobra or a Ferrari. They were pretty capable. Let's see what we got in here. And we got some S-Class people already. Set our fuel. Get me a snack real quick. Oop, got disconnected from the lobby anyway. They really have a lot of trouble with that Forza. It's crazy that this game's been around for as long as it has, and they still have disconnects all the time. Most of the time it happens right when the race is starting, which is the worst. Because you do all the practice and all the qualifying, and then you get disconnected right when the race starts. Like, what? Happens a lot. But lately it's been doing it just randomly, so I don't know why. It's not my connection. I don't lose connection when this happens to the internet or anything. Just a bug in the game, but I'll be right back. Hello. Hi, Lucas. See some people on TikTok. Got 153 come through so far. And get some YouTubes and some Twitch. We're in Forza Motorsport today. We're gonna play some other stuff too, some Battlefield 2042 and not sure what else. But definitely those two. Okay, it says we can run a 154 lap. The fuel's set correctly. I don't feel like I need to change anything in the tune. The car's very capable. We just got second place in the last race. We'll go ahead and qualify. Car's kind of wiggling around. I think the tire pressure's low right now because they're not up to temp yet. When they get hot, they start inflating. So instead of being cupped in the top, they'll get flat. And then you have better grip. And the sidewall will be firmer. I can feel the car kind of moving around. Front tires are up to temp, rear tires are getting close. I like to see 200, 210 degrees, stuff like that. And then I know they're ready. So this first qualifying lap, it's the only one I'm going to get. We're out of time. Second lap's usually much faster because the tires are up to temp. I don't think we're even going to get one lap. Maybe. Probably going to run out of time before we get to the start finish. Try to hustle. It's going to be really close. 10 seconds left. Come on, baby. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. We're right at the finish line too. Oh well. Yeah, it put us in the back because we didn't technically qualify. This is our competition. He downloaded somebody. No, that's his tune. He's running his own tune. I think everybody is on it in my class. There's our Lola. Hey Lucas, welcome aboard. Going easy, we got cold tires. Better to be on the road than fast. They're coming up to temp, but the way Forza works, they remove a lot of the rubber after practice, so the track's not as thick as it was in qualifying. But after about 10 minutes, the rubber will be better. We'll start noticing it little by little.
Usually get my fastest laps on the last 4 or 5 minutes because there's more rubber, even though the tires are worn out. Tires are almost there. What are you doing, idiot? Alright, tires are ready. So I'm gonna let her eat through here now. They're still back there. Traffic can help you and it can hurt you. If I can get through it quick and they get through it slow, I can get quite a bit further ahead. Sometimes you get behind somebody that just won't budge out of the way. Pretty common. But we don't panic, we just stay the course. Draft a little bit. Ooh, he went off the road. Probably locked up the brakes. Doesn't turn good when the front tires are sliding. Up that corner a little bit just so I wouldn't knock him around. But I didn't go through there full power, so it didn't give me a penalty because I didn't actually pick up any time doing that. It was just a safety thing. I think we're through the traffic. Keep it nice and smooth. Let off the gas there so I didn't pick up a penalty for no reason. Because sometimes somebody gets right beside you at the end of the race or right behind you and you got more penalties than they do and they get the win. So we're pretty far ahead of everybody else. No point in taking a penalty. I feel like I could stand to make my second gear a little bit shorter, a little bit more torque. It's a little bit long, a little bit lazy. Maybe bring second and third and fourth closer together and let fifth be like a major overdrive so we can still achieve a top speed if we need fifth, and let it lug in fifth gear a little bit instead of the rest. I'm just kind of thinking about anything I could do to make this even faster. It's very well tuned. I've spent some time on it, dialing it in. But I'm a tinkerer, so I keep tuning until I can't think of anything else that could be better. See, right here it's a little lazy coming around. Okay, that was weird. And usually when the tires get about 35% worn, you start noticing stuff like that. And it's only 20% worn, so it may have been just my fault. Sometimes there's just a weird spot in the road, you hit it just right and it kind of shifts you over lane. A weird bump or something. We're going faster and faster each lap. We might set a new best here. Yeah, we're up 1.1 seconds over our best lap, so moving at a pretty good clip here. Tires are getting hot, getting worn a little bit. Nobody in sight. Up 1.7 seconds over the best lap. 1.8, that's a new best, a 156. We're well over the halfway mark. So the guys that were running sticky soft tires, they're going to have to pit. Which will absolutely cost them the race. There's no coming back if you pit. Unless you're about 5,000 feet ahead of everybody else. In fact, we could pit if we wanted to, but we don't need to. These tires will last through the whole race. They'll be degraded a little bit, but it's a harder surface than the race tires. These are sport tires. So they actually have grooves in them. It's not a full slick. That keeps me from having to pit, and I think that's worth it. I'll forego a little bit of grip for not having to stop. A little bit wiggly there. Up 2.1 seconds. Yeah, that's a new best, 156. I don't think they're going to be able to catch me. The guy behind me is 9,000 feet behind. A mile is 5,000 feet and some change, so he's way back there. Yeah, I think we'll bring second, third, and fourth closer together in the gear ratio on the transmission. I've got the race transmission in here so I can adjust it. Costs some points to run the race transmission, but I like to be able to adjust the gears. But that'll make second and third more torquey. Starting to slide a little more. More faster this lap than the last, despite imperfection in the driving. Yeah, tires are starting to go. If you get out of the rubber, that's what happens. You gotta stay on the dark areas. We lost some time on that lap. We lost 4 seconds on that lap going off road, but we're still over a mile ahead of the guys in my class, S class. Group 4, that's the fastest class. off-road excursion. Those guys are still over a mile behind. We could stop and do donuts and still beat them. Two-minute warning. One-minute warning. We're up 2/10 over our best lap. I don't need to push it this hard, but just kind of seeing what we can do. Ten seconds. Good race, gentlemen. There we go. Good finish. Strong finish. Fastest lap of the race, 1:55. Yeah, we beat him pretty bad. He was almost 2 miles behind. See some people hits the like button on TikTok. 33 of you. I appreciate it. So there's Michelin. Somebody left the mic on.
Don't. Oh, Jesus. Freaking more.
He's got the mic on.
Not beer until I got.
He seems stressed, whoever it is. Captain Slow. Got a metronome in the background. What is that? A lot of cars in my class. That's a meta car that he's using. That's going to be very fast. Mm-hmm. And qualify. Racing banana. Race with one hand, eat a banana with the other, commentate at the same time. That's how we do it. It's like being a drummer with 8 arms. We'll do one lap and then we'll change that gear ratio I was talking about. I want to make second gear a little bit shorter so it stays at high RPM. It's a little bit laggy on second. And we'll do the same for third and fourth. And then fifth gear will be like a major overdrive. Because we don't use fifth very much. Only a couple places in the whole track. Okay, that got us a qualifying lap in. 1:26. Probably not the fastest lap of the bunch, but it'll be good enough that we're not starting in the back anyway. So exit qualifying and go to tune practice. Race starts in a few minutes. Hi, Camilla. So let's go to our tune-up and our gear ratio. And so right now, second gear feels a little too long to me. It's only 25 miles an hour, but difference between first and second. But it just feels a little lazy to me. If I make that shorter gear, that'll put it higher RPM in second when I shift from first to second, and that'll keep the momentum going better, I feel like. So let's make that a little bit shorter. And so we're going from 80 to 100, that's 20 miles an hour. Then we're going, that's 31 miles an hour, so let's make that shorter. 25. So another 25. We'll make this one 30. And we'll make that a little shorter. We'll make this one 25 as well. Or 30. Yeah, about 30 I think will be ideal. And then it's not such a huge jump going from 4th to 5th. You can still do 190 miles an hour easily without making it too much of an overdrive. Looks pretty smooth here. Outlier being 5th gear looks a little wonky because it's a lot longer. Let's try it out. I might hit the limiter in 2nd, 3rd because I'm not used to the shift point. It's going to be different. A little bit sooner. But I'll get used to it. Should be more torquey in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th now. And that'll help it. There's a lot of hills in this track, so that'll really help it accelerate up the hill better than it was. Yeah, that's nice. Doesn't feel like it's laboring as much. Let's mute this guy, race car guy. His mic is just constantly on my screen. Very distracting. He's not saying anything, so there's no point. Yeah, it still has plenty of top end, and it still pulls good in 5th. Here we go. Race is starting. Road Atlanta Grand Prix. I've actually been on this track. At that time I had a Dodge Stealth twin turbo car with about 550 horsepower to the wheels, all-wheel drive. I found out pretty quickly that the brake fluid and brakes weren't up to par. Just boiled the brake fluid, all the stopping, and it's a pretty heavy car, this Stealth. Fuel looks good. It says we can run a 126 lap time potentially. We did a 126.9, so we're on the money. Shelby Monaco, Captain Slow, he's going to be the one to beat. That Monaco's a Metacar, super light. It's got no roof, so the center of gravity's real low. It handles like crazy, and it's fast. It's light. Hi Camilla, see some people joining on TikTok. Hello, welcome to the stream. Playing
playing Forza Motorsport, and we're driving a 1969 Lola. We're in the S class. It's the fastest class. And this is a multi-class race, so the slower cars get to go first, and then we play catch-up. The black car back there, Captain Slow, that's going to be probably the fastest car you could, one of the fastest cars you can put in the game. It's faster than mine, so our only hope of beating him is if he messes up. That's a crazy fast car. They're really close to me. Got one on each side. It's super dangerous on the first corner. Looks like we got a Porsche GT2 or GT3, and that's a C8 vet in front of him. The mid-engine vet. The newer one's a C8. Yeah, tires are slippery. Yeah, there's 170 degrees. I need them to be 200 to 210 ideally. Braking on the 6. I think next lap the tires will be warmer. We'll brake at the 500 mark instead of 600. Gonna pedal it through here just to make sure we don't spin out. Tires are still cold. 170 degrees. We're looking for 200 to 210 before we really give it the beans here. Just playing it safe. I want to keep those guys in range. Okay, here comes Captain Slow behind me. I think he had to tie his shoes or something. Captain Slow's he likes to ram people out of the way and push them off the side. Dirty driver. We got the draft on him. Beep beep, move out of the way, please. Sometimes these slow cars don't see you coming, they'll block you, run you off the road on accident. And some of them, they see you and they just don't want to get out of the way, they're just being jerks. See if we can get a draft on some of these guys. Pick up some speed. I had to take that at a weird angle because that guy was on my left. I couldn't swing wide like I wanted to. We're up 2.8 seconds over our previous lap. That's how slow the previous laps were. Really bad. All the traffic. That's first and second place in a different class. I probably could have passed them there, but it would have been risky and might have messed up their race, so we'll just be patient. It's no big deal. I don't want to mess up somebody's good race, you know. Really ringing out fourth gear because fifth is a big overdrive, so the further we carry fourth gear, the higher RPM we land in fifth, and it won't lug so bad. So we're over revving the engine purposely in fourth, so there's not such a gap in speed between the gears. First time we've been able to go through here as fast as we want. There's always been traffic previously. We're nearing the halfway mark of the race. I'm wondering if those guys up ahead of me have sticky tires on. They're hard to catch. They're very fast. Our safety rating is a S, the highest rating, and our skill is almost the best. Nearly 5,000 points. So the cars that are in my lobby are going to be the fastest of the fast. Any mistake, you lose the race. It's that close. But they're usually clean racers, so the higher you can get your skill level up, the better. They usually don't do a lot of ramming and stuff. Very hard to catch them. Don't feel like I'm making enough mistakes to fall behind, but I'm not fast enough to catch them either. Tires are starting to wear a little bit. Cut that one a little bit too much. It didn't give me a penalty though, because I didn't actually pick up any time by doing it. It's tempting to make second and third a little bit shorter even. Still labors a little bit. Put in third this time instead of second. Said I cut the track somewhere. I don't know what it was talking about. Unless those guys wreck or get into some major traffic, it's gonna be really hard to catch them. I feel like I'm driving good, it's just not happening. I got in first place. I understand it because that's a meta car. They're way faster than the other cars. So that's understandable. But the other two, I should be able to catch them eventually. If their tires start going or if they get in traffic or mess up. But it doesn't seem like any of that's happening. Alright, dude. What fucking angle are you taking? All of the road? I just don't feel like I can go any faster. Some cars do real good on some tracks and they just don't do good on others. Maybe this is just one of those that this isn't the best car for it. It's a pretty well-rounded car. Usually I'm on the podium, first, second, or third, so. Cool old Javelin. Locked up the brakes a little bit there. You can tell the tires are getting worn. Going a little wide here and there. Going pretty good. How you doing, Thor? You at work? Yeah, I got a couple wins and some podium finishes, and now that my safety rating is the highest and my skill rating's the highest, these lobbies I'm getting in, these guys are like robots. They don't make any mistakes. It's really fast. Busy today? Yeah, weekend I guess. Racing's going pretty good. We've been competitive all day, so that's all I asked. Cannot catch these guys despite my best efforts. They are super fast. The guy in first place in the meta car, so I'm not worried about him. I don't even count those. But second, third place, I would like to catch them, but they're too fast. They're every bit as good at this game as I am, so. In fact, they're a little better. But sometimes it comes down to, you know, who gets in the traffic the most, who gets blocked. Yeah, almost ran me off the road there. Third place is slowed up. That's him right there. He might not realize I'm that close to him, but I've got penalties. Unless I pass him, I can't beat him. But I almost got him. Yeah, that's going pretty good. Hey, Biggest Dog. Welcome to the TikTok stream. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button for me. I think that probably helps with the algorithm. I'm playing Forza Motorsport if you can't tell. And I see we got some people on YouTube. Hello, YouTube people. And we got some on Twitch too. Hello, hello. Welcome. Yeah, that's the meta car. He always runs that car. He will never come out of that.
Got no roof. Super light, low center of gravity. Unless it's a lousy driver, you're not gonna beat the meta cars. So most people just don't even pay attention to them. They really should be in a class of their own. If you don't have a roof on your car. Let's see. So how did we do? We did a 123 lap. So yeah, we were just as fast as them, but we just got hit with traffic probably. Actually had faster laps than 2 of the 3. Not gonna go faster than the meta car though. So we did what we could. Next track is Suzuka. Okay. Looks like we had 162 people come through on TikTok. And then let's see, YouTube. YouTube had 24 come through. Not really sure about. Let's see, Twitch we had 17. A lot more people coming through on TikTok, but they don't hang around and talk much usually. So more doom scrollers there. You know what they're looking for on TikTok, right? We don't have to pretend that we don't know. Alright. Let me find a race with a big lobby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my class. It's better than the last race. It was only 4 of us. 9, 10, 11 laps. Go ahead and qualify. Oops. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the TikTok. We're also streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so if you want to see this in a higher resolution, YouTube's probably going to be the 1440p. Twitch is 720p, and I think, I'm not sure about TikTok, maybe 1080p. I'm not sure what they limit it to there. I think we're going to change second, third, and fourth gear to be a little bit shorter gears, so I'll keep them a little higher in the RPM. There's times I feel like the engine's kind of bogging a little bit. Not enough torque. It's not bad, but I think it might be better with more like a rally car gear, so they're really close together instead of top end kind of gearing. Yeah, I shifted into fourth and the acceleration almost stopped. It was just blah. We want to improve that if we can. I don't mind if fifth gear bogs a little bit because that's really an overdrive anyway. And we'll wind out fourth really far to help with that.
Yeah, fourth gear is really laboring. Could stand to be shorter for sure. That's first gear. Second's kind of laboring a little bit there. Okay, that got us first place qualifier. We got time to modify the gear ratio real quick. Make it a little bit more pep, a little more pep in the step, so to speak. Let's see, car, fuel, tune, gearing. First gear is fine. So we got 20 mile an hour between the gears. Might bring that closer. Especially on the early gears to really help it accelerate. And then so 95, that's 25 miles an hour. Let's make that 20. Well, that's a huge jump there. Gonna be something like that. Up that fourth gear acceleration. So we got a wild looking curve here. But the main thing is that it is curved. Okay, so it's at about 30. So 15, 20 mile an hour difference. $25. And then about 45 different there. Big jump going to fifth. But it's an overdrive anyway, so I think it'll be okay. We'll try it. Hopefully it's not a turd in fifth. That's the only thing. Let's do a little quick practice. Skip that to save some time here. You should rip through the gears a little quicker now. And those are the gears that I spend the most time in, first, second, third, and fourth. That still accelerates good in fifth. As long as it's over, say, 6,000 RPM, it'll pull pretty good, I think. Sharp turn. Yeah, felt pretty good. The 1-2's a little short, but not bad. Let's see, check our fuel. That's perfect. Says we can do a 206 lap potentially if you're a robot. Sure, what do we do? 211, so it says we can go faster. The medic car? Oh, the Meta, M-E-T-A. Meta meaning it's the one that everybody uses because it's the best. Kind of like in Battlefield 2042, there's some guns that are the meta car, and they're better than everything, or the better gun. Um, I think I tried the M8B one time. It's one of the two meta cars, but I've never I don't think I've ever driven the Chaparral. It's even better. It's just so ugly. The M8B I might consider, you know, because it still looks pretty cool. It's a McLaren. Oh, the phone autocorrect. I was like, the medic. An ambulance? I got you. Oh, bit too much wind blowing on me here. Oh shit, what happened? That was weird. Hope it shifts. It said the controller disconnected for some reason. Look at this thing. Holy shit. That's an old Jaguar. Yeah, behind me. Hey, quit ramming, jackass. Yeah, this guy's got a really fast car, but it won't turn. He's very slow through here. So he's gonna blow me away on the straightaways, but if I can get it far enough ahead. Uh-oh, controller's messing up. Didn't want to shift. Come on. Not shifting half the time when I click it. Okay, now it's reset. It should be fine. Here he comes. Look how fast that thing is. Holy shit. There's no way he's gonna make that turn, right? No. Well, I'm liking the shorter gears. It accelerates really nice. Trying to sneak through here without hitting anybody. little squirrely through there. Guy's not giving me any room. Golly, these guys are ramming like crazy. Try using your brakes, guys. It's the pedal on the left if you've never seen it before. God damn, these rammers. Man, the gear ratio's perfect now. I'm getting down to where I can't find anything I want to change in the tune-up. I think I got it. I think I got it perfect. Car goes where I want it. It accelerates really fast out of the corners. We're up nearly a full second from our best lap. Oop, got on the paint with the rear tires. Gets slippery. Got one guy that's pretty close, about 1,000 feet behind. First time we got to go through here at full speed. There's always been a car in the way before. .4 seconds faster than our best lap. We're on a good rip here. Tires are getting hot. Trying to put some distance on them. Can't even see them now. Starting to feel signs of tire wear. Squealing a lot more during braking. It's drifting a little bit wider in the corners, so we'll have to start our turn in a little earlier to make sure we don't go too wide. Yeah, we're starting to put a quarter mile on them easy. Turn in sooner and sharper. Solid a little bit so it doesn't get too hot. Back end's trying to come around a little bit. We're up about 3/10 over our best lap. We'll go a little easier on the brakes. They're definitely trying to lock up now. Really ring out this fourth gear. Absolutely sailed through that corner. That's really good. Have to go easy with the steering because it does want to drift on the back end. That's about a second faster than our best lap. We're going faster and faster and faster. About 2/10 better than our previous best lap. Whoop, got out of the grip. Get out of the rubber there. About on par with our best lap. Almost exactly the same, so we're doing good. Keep up this pace, we'll have no problem getting first place. Up about 4/10 over the previous best. Probably going to lose it here though. It's awful slow. It's hard to go around there fast. Six-tenths faster than our best lap. Just keep pushing it a little bit harder, a little bit harder. It's a new best. Damn, he's going slow. He ain't trying to hit me. Some of those slow guys will block you like that on purpose. Little trolls, you know. You're like, oh, you're in first place, you're having a great time, let's fuck it up for you. Pretty common. You just don't never know which one's gonna do it. But it's usually the slow guys. That bounce kind of threw us off the course a little bit. No big deal. We lost 1 second on that lap. No big deal. Plenty far ahead. About half a mile ahead of second place. About 2 miles ahead of... about 3 miles ahead of third place. Poor guy's getting lapped. Hopefully he won't mind. Some of them get angry and run you off the road. And there we have it. About 1 mile ahead of second place. 2 miles on third place, and 3 miles ahead of third place. We'll put it on him this time. Good race. Yeah, 2:07 lap. Now he had a good lap, but he wasn't consistent. If he was consistent, he would have been right there with me. He may have wrecked or something. Real car, real car. That should bump my skill level up a little bit in the ratings, I would think. Getting another podium. Yeah, we had some penalties where I cut the corner a couple times. Well, 4 times. So, but I was so far ahead, I could have drove halfway across the track and got a major penalty and still beat them. Didn't really matter. Good one. Hello, DVD. Welcome to the chat. Hello, Ram. Somebody's got their mic on. Yeah.
Mid front. I do not need Rio.
Who's that yapping?
Weight reduction will be good for me.
Weight reduction be very good for me. Who is that? I think he was in the last race, ghosting. Well, I think I might take a break here. It was a good stopping point, I think. I've been streaming about 2 hours and 45 minutes, so appreciate you guys stopping in. Check it out. If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up or a follow or a subscribe if you don't mind. That would help out with the algorithm. Try to bring awareness to what we're doing here. I've got a list of about 100 fast racers, so if you guys ever want to race with me, just add this name, Mellonpopr7067 on your Xbox app. I'm on PC, but it uses the Xbox app. And we'll get you the invite to the races. We'll do some laps together. So, in any case, catch you guys later. I'll be back on several hours later, I'm sure. Might play some Battlefield and do some more racing too. Not sure what we'll get into, but whatever it be, it'll be fun. So,